Double honest teaches others in the bars of great millstone, likewise brothers put not this truth. Faithfully, fearlessly feeding the sheep of you brothers and sisters that don't again shalom. The title of this lesson is The Aggressor and the Victim. And in the world right now, the aggressor is the so-called white man Esau, the Edomite. But it just so happens so to be that he is also the victim, okay? And as you see in this little clip here, it says, don't buy Zionist propaganda. Anti-Israel is not anti-Semitism. And, you know, these people out there demonstrating about what's taking place over there in the Middle East, you know, with Israel bombing the place and, you know, Netanyahu talking about wiping out these people. And, you know, they've played the game, you know, the minds of the people on this earth to set themselves up as, you know, the people who are the chosen people of the Lord, which the world is now becoming privy that they're not. Actually, we can go into the book of Malachi 1 and starting with verse 1, it reads, the burden of the word of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, said the Lord, Yahweh Shai, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, said the Lord, Yahweh Shai. Yet I loved Jacob, the 12th tribe of Israel, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. So the Lord has demonstrated this hate for Esau the Edomite, the so-called white man, in the past, and he's demonstrating that now, okay, and he's going to demonstrate that in the future. Continuing, it says, whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Shai. They shall build, but I will throw down. They shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord Yahweh Shai had indignation forever. You now in a time, okay, or I should say we are in a time right now where you have media technology that is giving people the understanding who the wicked of the world are, okay, which is Amalek, okay, you know, the small hats, okay, the whole nation or the whole tribe of Edom, okay, these Edomites, the so-called white race, okay, and we're privy to it now. Their own technology, okay, that they think that they created, okay, is exposing them. Every day brothers put videos exposing who the wicked are. These people now realizing who the wicked are through the actions, okay, of the people who the earth was given to.
Don't touch me! I'm gonna sell one! Don't touch me! Don't touch me! I told you don't touch me! I'm gonna sell one! You move back! Come on, you move back! Don't touch me! You move back! Don't touch me! You back! I'm gonna sell one! No, you back! I'm gonna sell one! You back! I'm gonna sell one! No, I'm gonna sell one! Clear the block! Clear the block! Keep moving! You don't even know what the fuck you're doing!
Let's go into the book of Luke. Okay, this is the book of Luke 16 and starting with verse 22, because okay, here's this man, bombs everywhere, okay, you know, rape, rob, and pillage all these other nations and tribes on this earth, okay, and we've seen it live, you know, through video feeds. We know the history, you know, with us, okay, the children of Israel, what he has done, especially to the so-called Negroes, okay, through 4 centuries of brutal hardcore slavery, and continuing to oppress us in this state right now, and has planned to eradicate us, okay, through his phony laws and legislation, okay, yet still, this man expects, okay, to have mercy after he's done all these things. This is the parable that Yahushua spoke about. It says, and it came to pass that the beggar died and was carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom. The rich man also died and was buried. Now we know the beggar is speaking of the children of Israel, okay, Lazarus, okay, is that beggar, okay, so-called Blacks and Americans and Latinos. We are that representation. And the rich man is the so-called white man, starting with these Amalekites, okay, who are these Jewish conglomerates who own everything on this earth, okay? And in hell he lifted up his eyes, being in torments, and seeth Abraham afar off, and Lazarus in his bosom. And he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and send Lazarus, that he may dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue, for I am tormented in this flame. Here, this man has hung us from trees, raped us, done, I mean, all kinds of horrific things. Okay, he was given the authority to rule the earth, do whatever the hell he wants. Okay, I mean, this man is complete anti-life. Yet still he has a nerve. Okay, when we are supposed to be, okay, in our heritage, the kingdom of heaven, this man has a nerve in his lowered state, in his torturous state, to want us to now show mercy on him. Just showing you the mindset of the Edomites. Okay, the Esau, the Edomite, the so-called white man. He's an aggressor. He can kill with impunity. Okay, yet still, as soon as he's getting some type of form of judgment or hardship, he falls apart. He wants pity and mercy. And it says, but Abraham says, son, remember that thou in that lifetime receivest thy good things, the fatness of the earth, and likewise ours was evil things, oppression, slavery, constant headache and beating and tribulation. But now he's comforted and thou art tormented. So we will have an end to this at some point, and Esau will be going through it. Likewise, you see these other tribes, they're in a state of like, what the hell is going on? We can't have no peace. Okay, we can't have no peace. Why can't you have any peace? Because the wicked are in rulership. You cannot have peace when the wicked are in rulership. This is Numbers 24, and starting with verse 18, it reads, and Edom should be a possession. Seir also should be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly. So Esau, you Edomites, you're going to become a possession of the children of Israel. The so-called white people are going to become a possession of the children of Israel. See, this is one thing that they don't like to hear. And that's why you see them coming and talking this thing, you know, anti-Semitism, because we're talking about the people who are going to go in the chains first, okay, which is going to be these elites, okay? You know, your elites are going to be the ones that's going to be dug out of those pits, what they call bunkers, okay, chain slap on them, and they're going to go through some hardcore, brutal slavery. And as I spoke in the book of Luke, okay, concerning the parable that the Mashiach told, okay, it's going to be on a level that they cannot begin to comprehend, and they will not be able to endure it, okay, and will beg for mercy. Likewise, you see in this state right now, these people are begging for mercy. Like, stop bombing us, stop killing us, okay? We marshaled there for decades, okay, saying we want a fair share. And that's just what you see going on right now, is everybody's taking a cue, okay, from the Hebrew Israelites going out there and marching, you know, asking for equality or whatever the case is like that, or trying to come with some compromise with this man to live in peace, and it cannot be done, okay? The Prince of Peace is the Mashiach. When he returns and take this man out of his wicked rulership, it says, out of Jacob, 12 tribe of Israel, shall come he that shall have dominion, the Mashiach, and shall destroy him that remaineth of the city. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end should be that he perish forever. So this is actually glad tidings that we are hearing right now. Let's take a look at that word, glad tidings. Okay, and it means good news. It's a more old-fashioned way of expressing that something positive is happening, which is what? What's positive that's happening right now? Esau is exposed. His kingdom is falling. The world is turning up against them. Okay? All has happened. The term tidings itself refers to news or information, and this is what the Mashiach has given to us. Okay, the ability to see the works of the Lord Yahweh Shemashah right now as it is in real time on this earth. This is real time that we are looking at right now. The fall of the wicked, okay, the rising of the poor and the fall of the wicked, okay, but nonetheless, okay, because I'm not speaking to back these people up, I could give two shits about them, okay, but they do play a role, okay, in coming up against the wicked of this earth, okay, which is Esau the Edomite, the so-called white man. This is Psalms 10. And verse 5 reads, his ways are always grievous. So this man can't do good. He can't. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight, because he's judge, jury, and executioner. This is how they demonstrated, okay, their authority. Okay, they boast of everything that they do. They put it in their movies, in their literature, okay, and they would somehow make evil seem good, and they would justify their actions, because again, this man is an aggressor, and at the same time he plays the victim. Okay? As for his enemies, he puffed at them. This is why these people are saying this is not anti-Semitism. Now they, in their ignorance, don't know that the true Jews of the Bible are the Hebrew Israelites. Okay, so-called Blacks and Americans and Latino, in particular, the Southern Kingdom tribes. Okay, are the true Jews of the Bible. They don't know. Okay, but they understand that they are being, viewed as terrorists because they disagree with the Zionists, who are these people that are in rulership on this earth, who are the short callers, okay, the elites. Okay, when we close up with the book of Jeremiah, because they don't want to get that smoke that the Yahweh Shemashai gave to us. Okay, he gave us that smoke because of our disobedience. Well, I opened up in Malachi where the Lord said, what? Let's go back to that. Okay, this is Malachi 1. And 1, it says, the burden of the word of the Lord Yahweh Shemashai to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, said the Lord Yahweh Shemashai, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau, the so-called white race, okay, so-called white man, Jacob's brother, the so-called black man or Latino man or Native American man's brother? So see, we're brothers. Esau and Jacob are brothers, okay? But what did the Lord say? He said, and I hated Esau, and he's punished Esau before, okay? He brought him out of the caves, gave him the authority to rule over the earth, and then he's going to judge them in the sight of the entire earth. Okay, when the Mashiach returns, he's going to judge them in the sight of the entire earth. Okay, but before that, okay, they have to be exposed, okay, for their wickedness. Okay, and we are the two witnesses right now that is exposing this man, okay, through the means of this unicorn going on the highway and the byway. And right now we know that they're going to make war and come after many of us and put us to death and all that stuff. And that's part of the storyline there. Okay, but Esau needs to understand this and keep this in mind. Okay, this is Jeremiah 49, and Cyrus 12 said, for thus said the Lord Yahweh Shemashai, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup of a surely drunken. We were never to really go in slavery and be oppressed and be at the bottom and just constantly at the mercy of this evil piece of shit known as a doggone so-called white man. Okay, but here we are. And I doubt he that should altogether go unpunished. Okay, so here's Esau. I can do anything to you, kill you, murder you, rape you, hang you from trees, intimidate you with masks known as, and walk around, call ourselves the KKK, neo-Nazi, whatever the hell it is. Speak great judgment against you. This is what you see Caesar Nero Trump is doing right now. Okay, by saying that, oh, you black people have requested that we come to your communities and try to save you from yourselves. Okay, in which they're going in there to go slaughter, but we'll see how that play out. But we know how this is going to go. Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. Yes, you will get that taste. Okay, you will get that smoke. For I have sworn by myself, said the Lord Yahweh Shemashai. Imagine, okay, the ultimate power is swearing to himself, because he doesn't have anyone above him. He's swearing to himself. This is what he said. He swears. So the Lord never turns back on his word. That's why it's always a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the Lord Yahweh Shemashai. Okay, he doesn't respect anything. He doesn't have to. He doesn't need to. He created everything. That Bosra should become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof should be perpetual wastes. So that's it right there. That's the good tidings we have, is that at the end of the day, despite all of this roar and scream and shout and anti-Semitism and the accusations and stuff, the Lord Yahweh Shemashai, the ultimate power, said what? You're gonna be destroyed. You're not gonna be the aggressor and the victim, Esau. That only works only in your own mind. We know who you are. Lord willing, the elect was edified at close by giving all glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, Shalom.